Interesting topic, very, very important, although some people tend to forget about it.
Very important, just like she said.
So, Working Lives 13, problem framing.
Hi, welcome. So excited to have this time with you again and to share some of our amazing content. We work with entrepreneurs and founders like you, so hope you'll enjoy this content.
Yeah, we do these working labs because we want to share our knowledge and some of the expertise that we have, specifically, as you said, around topics that are interesting to entrepreneurs. Today we're talking about problem framing, and we'll get into it. But first, if you like what you're seeing, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll make sure to also answer any of the comments that you may have if you write them down in the comment section.
And again, like in this video, stay tuned till the end because we're going to share some key bonus tips that you'll want to not miss at all. So stay tuned.
Okay, so let's start on problem framing. Interesting topic, very, very important, although some people tend to forget about it. So turning to you, but can you give us some type of definition for problem framing, or like how you would?
Very important, just like she said. So the problem framing really is just in its name, problem framing. You are literally looking at the problem that you want to solve.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, I want to highlight that this is the first and most important step to any entrepreneurial journey that you might want to have. So, it's streams from a curiosity that you have about a problem you've observed either yourself or in the field or through someone that you've,
Mm-hmm.
just walked around and kind of listened to. Being the first stage of anything that you build, you want to make sure that there's actually something that needs attention, that there is a problem. A lot of our strategies focus on human-centered design and design thinking, and the problem framing is really one of them, and it's at the core of the ideation phase. So it's focused around 3 phases, but this is the first one. So I can't stress enough how important this is at an early stage. Yeah. And again, the most important thing is it's not only allows you to frame a problem, but it makes you understand what you are trying to solve and why.
Yeah. And to kind of add to what you're saying, why it's so important and significant is because we've seen companies fail because they haven't addressed the problem first. So that's not just us joking around.
And actually, on that point, like, just tell us in the comments, share, what problems you're looking to solve, and we will get back and answer to each of your comments.
Let's get into more of the nitty-gritty of problem framing and look into maybe the different stages and the parts of problem framing. Do you want to start with the first part?
Sure. So again, design thinking tools. And the first part of problem framing is really building a design challenge. So that is essentially, you've thought of a problem and you have somewhat of a hypothesis around this being an important problem. You've got to take a break and go and do desk research. Go and do research online, in the library, really wherever, and just gain information on actually what that problem looks like. If you are curious about, the droughts that are happening in California and you want to solve that problem, go out a little further and do desk research, get facts about how bad it is, how it's going to get worse, or, what people are currently doing and how they feel about this problem. And this will make sure that, you are expanding and understanding that it's a problem that is faced by many, but also the size of the problem and how you might, begin to think about it.
Yeah. The urgency of it, I think, is very important. Yeah, for sure. And then the second part, I would say, is once you have that kind of like bigger idea of there's a problem that needs to be solved, we mentioned the urgency of it, the data that's like supporting all of this that you've done your research on, then you can narrow it down to the second part of problem framing, which is using this tool that's called How Might We question, basically just creating a question around that specific problem so that you kind of already have a good idea of what you're trying to solve, but just making it so that it's simple and it's very straightforward under kind of a question format.
I think, Sophie, you mentioned this a little bit. Maybe we can just expand on it. But what do you think are some of the mistakes that people are making around this space?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, first of all, we said like they consider the solution first, which is usually, a mistake to do because you're limiting yourself to that solution specifically. Whereas looking from the problem perspective gives you, opens your mind to different types of solution formats in the future.
100%.
So I think we talk about limitation, but it's missed opportunities as a business. And generally speaking, it's kind of a shame that you wouldn't be able to explore all the different applications that you could have of your problem.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people want to move so fast that they want to skip ahead, and they're like, oh, I already know what I want to build. But like Sophie said, it is missed opportunities. You're not taking the time to really go out and do a bit of research. And we all know the like thrill around wanting to create something, but you want to get it right. So take a break, take a step back, and go out and like look at the problem, do interviews, do research, and then come back to the drawing board.
I think we can say that most of the companies' failures that we've seen in the past have been lack of product market fit, and that goes back to, have you actually targeted a real problem, and have you found a real problem to solve? So
yeah,
very important.
And product market fit means success, right?
Okay, so we mentioned a bonus question and bonus kind of content. This is it. So be very
listen carefully.
Very attentive. So some of the tools we mentioned, how like kind of the parts of problem framing, but I think the tools, and where do we start?
Totally. So we're gonna do a 4-step kind of answer so that you have it very clearly and you know how to get going. Number 1, come up with a problem discovery. What problem are you curious about? Why is this important? And where does this come from?
Yeah. Number 2, desk research, which is my favorite part. You can go and dive into the data. You can go and dive into the facts, and you can do your research to make sure that you have all the information that you need and evidence, at least on paper, that the problem exists. Keep in mind that you can use the W questions to do that. So looking at what problem you're seeking to solve, why are you looking to solve that specific problem, who do you want to serve, which is a very important part of that desk research, again, the audience. And we have so many things to say about it. And then what are the long-term impacts for this specific problem. We talked about urgency earlier, but I think it's very important to us at the studio that companies, they're solving real problems for real people, and that goes into what type of social environmental impact you can have as a company with your products.
Yeah, I mean, it ensures the longevity of whatever you're building after. Yeah. Number 3, user perspective. Go out in the field and dive deeper. I can't stress this enough. Take time, talk to people, talk to constituents, understand who might be, first of all, the audience that you're looking to target, but get different opinions from, we call it mainstream to extremes. Like, get the anomalies, talk to them, and then get the groups and understand their trends and their behaviors. So you want to really look for needs and challenges around the problem. So what are they? What part of the problem are they facing? What do they need? What are they currently doing? So what's their current behavior in regards to the problem? And what potential opportunities do they reveal for you for your product to create and to have? And I can't stress this enough. It has so much importance when you consider all those pieces.
And then 4, refine the design challenge. So we mentioned this is all kind of part of your problem framing, but you want to make sure that you're narrowing it down to something that's realistic, that a problem that's realistic, you have evidence to show that this problem exists, it's been underserved in some ways, and there is a need for it. So there's a saying that I love, if there's no solution, there's no problem. That's exactly what it is. You want to make sure that there's a problem so that you can get into the next steps, which is going to be thinking about your solution.
Yeah. And so just as a recap, problem discovery, desk research, user perspective, and refining your design challenge.
So yeah, that's it, guys. That's it on the working lives for problem framing. We hope that this was helpful. Again, use the comments to let us know how you feel and share some of your problems, actually, and the ones that you're trying to solve.
We'll make sure to answer those. So definitely check us out on lestudio.io, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, and TikTok, as well as our YouTube channel. And make sure you subscribe to our channel, you like and comment, and we'll make sure to get back to you.
And some of this content you can find in our new online course. We're very excited about it. We'll put the link below in I think the first comment, or at least the description, so it's Le Studio Online, and you have all the tips and resources that we just shared and more available in the course. So hopefully we see you there.
Bye.
Thank you.